10 of the most infamous mob bosses in history. Immortalized in Hollywood films like The Godfather, mob bosses have long sparked the public's imagination. 1. Al Capone, 1899 to 1947. Earning the nicknames Scarface, Big Al, Big Boy, and Snorky, Alphonse Gabriel Capone was born in New York. He was a Five Points gang member as a teenager, before moving to Chicago to start a bootlegging business as co-founder of the Chicago outfit, which later expanded to include smuggling and sex work. 2. Albert Anastasia, 1902 to 1957. It was only after the notorious Castellammarise War, a bloody struggle for power amongst the Italian-American crime factions, that he was appointed leader of the modern Gambino crime family. 3. Lucky Luciano, 1897 to 1962. Known for being the first gangster to legitimize mafia power in America, Charles Lucky Luciano started his life of crime in the Five Points gang, before becoming a top assistant in Masseria's criminal organization after the Castellammarise War. 4. Frank Costello, 1891 to 1973. He survived an assassination attempt which killed Albert Anastasia, escaped many legal cases brought against him, and eventually died of a heart attack aged 82, leaving $52 million behind. 5. Carlo Gambino, 1902 to 1976. Earning nicknames such as the Godfather, Don Carlo, the King of the United States Underworld, the Dictator of New York City and the King of the American Mafia, Carlo Gambino was head of the Mangano crime family, which he renamed the Gambino criminal family after he assassinated Albert Anastasia. 6. Paul Castellano, 1915 to 1985. A business-minded mob boss, Paul Castellano maneuvered the Gambino crime family to its financial peak by driving the family away from illegitimate business like drug trafficking to safer practices like money laundering, extortion, construction and food. 7. Pablo Escobar, 1949 to 1993. As the most prominent capo of the 80s and 90s, Colombian narcoterrorist and drug trafficker Pablo Escobar is estimated to have murdered some 4,000 people. Known as the King of Cocaine, the King of Crack, El Padrino and El Patron, he founded the Medellin cartel, which, at its peak, supplied the U.S. with 70 to 80 tons of cocaine per day, and caused crime in Colombia to skyrocket. 8. John Gotti, 1940 to 2002. With tabloids frequently picturing him in expensive suits, John Gotti was known as the Dapper Don. A criminal from the age of 12, Gotti murdered his boss Paul Castellano, which led to him becoming boss of the Gambino crime family. During the 1980s, he earned millions through loan sharking, sex work, illegal gambling and narcotics distribution. 9. Griselda Blanco, 1943 to 2012. At her peak in the 70s and 80s, Griselda Blanco became the first ever billionaire criminal, earning $80 million a month from the proceeds of smuggling cocaine from Colombia to the U.S. A drug lord of the Medellin cartel, she was nicknamed La Madrina, the Black Widow, the cocaine godmother and the queen of narco-trafficking. 10. Frank Lucas, 1930 to 2019. A powerful drug kingpin in Harlem in the 60s and 70s, Frank Lucas broke the Italian-American mob boss drug ring monopoly. He sold heroin and cut out the middleman by buying directly from his suppliers in Southeast Asia. During his prime in the 1970s, Lucas was earning $1 million a day from his Blue Magic heroin, and boasted of bribing army members into smuggling the drugs via U.S. military aircraft. All this criminals became notorious for beating the odds in the system, at least for a while. Crime is a poor deal, not because it does not get you rich sometimes, but because it doesn't let you enjoy your gains in peace. The state is stronger than any individual, so in order to overcome the system you need to work to improve despite of it, not against it. Be smart, work smarter.